morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at this COMPUTEX Micron keynote speech. This year, COMPUTEX continues to build technology ecosystems with our global partners by going hybrid this year. COMPUTEX activities will include an online exhibition called COMPUTEX Virtual, COMPUTEX CEO Keynote, COMPUTEX Forum, and Innovex Forum, and online matchmaking conferences. The development of 5G and AI leads to demand for large volumes of data, and memory chips are becoming increasingly complicated with better performance, less power consumption, and smaller dimensions. In 2017, Micron chose to establish its Center of Excellence for High-Volume DRAM in Taiwan. And 4 years later, Micron took another significant step in its plan to create a Center of Excellence for leading-edge DRAM in Taiwan. This action not only to grow its presence in Taiwan, it is also a trust in the quality of products made in Taiwan. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing this great company and an outstanding technology leader, Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra, President and CEO of Micron. Mr. Mehrotra joined Micron in May 2017 after a long and distinguished career at SanDisk Corporation, where he led the company from a startup in 1988 until its eventual sale in 2016. In addition to being a SanDisk co-founder, Mr. Mehrotra served as its president and CEO from 2011 to 2016, overseeing its growth to an industry-leading Fortune 500 company. Micron Technology is a world leader in innovative memory and storage solutions that accelerate the transformation of information into intelligence, inspiring the world to learn, communicate, and advance faster than ever. Micron also delivers the world's broadest portfolio of technologies at the core of today's most significant disruptive breakthroughs, such as artificial intelligence and autonomous vehicles. Today, Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra joins COMPUTEX to share with us how Micron will continue transforming the world using information to enrich life for all. Let's learn, imagine, innovate, solve, and gain insight on the technology trends of today and tomorrow from a true leader. Please welcome Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra.
Newton's first law states that an object persists in a state of rest unless acted upon by another force. Nowhere is this more true than with our data. Oceans of insight lying dormant, still, unengaged. And when idleness is the enemy of possibility, we revolutionize, we rethink, we transform. Because today's data doesn't just reside, it lives.
It's the spark that makes you feel alive. Feel alive. Feel alive. It's the spark that makes you feel alive. Feel alive. Feel alive. It's the spark that makes you feel
Micron is where data lives.
alive.
Yes, data lives, and its impact on each of our lives over the years ahead is going to be astounding. Consider this: children born today will never know a world without smartphones or digital assistants. They will be the first generation that may never need to learn how to drive an automobile because the automobiles will drive themselves. They will expect that medical cures can be found quickly and even tailored to the individual's particular biology. They will think it is quite ordinary to have instant access anywhere, anytime, to vast digital libraries of information, or to study virtually in a classroom on the other side of the planet. We are absolutely living in a transformative age. Good morning. My name is Sanjay Mehrotra. I'm President and CEO of Micron Technology. Before we get started, I want to acknowledge the devastating pandemic surge in several parts of the world. The entire Micron team and I are absolutely heartbroken by the suffering COVID is causing our colleagues and communities in India and the new concerns and challenges the pandemic is bringing throughout Asia, including here in Taiwan. It underscores the need to remain vigilant and to always be ready to help one another. I do believe a bright future is ahead for the entire human race. But to get there, we must all work together to confront the collective challenges we face. And we must do so with absolute urgency. And we must do it together. So now, let's talk a little about the opportunity ahead. Micron is the world's fourth largest semiconductor company and the largest international investor here in Taiwan. Our memory and storage innovations have been at the heart of computing systems for more than 4 decades. Today, I will show you the trends that are converging to create opportunity unlike anything I have seen over my 40-plus-year career in the technology industries. Today's economy is unquestionably based on data, driven by the innovative technologies that make that data more accessible, more effective, and more useful. McKinsey projects that advanced data analytics technologies will add $13 trillion, yes, $13 trillion to the global economy by 2030. All that added value is driven by our ability to make better and faster decisions based on the information all around us. But how do we make the best use of the enormous wave of data that we have only begun to create? Current computing architectures simply cannot digest data quickly enough. We need new computing approaches. For years now, the foundational approaches to data-intensive computing remain largely the same. We advanced through iterative improvements, and we did it so regularly that it became routine. But timely data insight cannot be achieved with today's memory and storage system architectures. Workload-optimized architectures are exploding as computing designers approach new challenges differently, using accelerator cards and GPUs to get faster data insight. Bespoke processors are becoming commonplace. Data is creating newfound opportunities for platform innovation, innovation that is occurring more rapidly than ever before. We are at the dawn of a new age for data-intensive computing. 2 major trends are accelerating this change and driving it forward: artificial intelligence and 5G networks. These 2 trends interlock, each providing fuel to the other to create dramatic new potential for data in the post-pandemic world. First, let's consider AI. By the end of 2024, it is estimated that 75% of organizations will have shifted from piloting AI solutions to operationalizing them. That shift is driven by the impressive gains AI can provide across all businesses and industries, from breakthrough medical cures to natural language processing. And unexpected industries are also using AI to solve real problems. Let me give you 3 examples. First, farmers are using real-time data analysis for everything from weed control to crop health monitoring, improving yields, and our global food supply. For farming alone, the AI industry is expected to be worth multiple $billion by 2025. Second, partnerships between machine learning experts and academic researchers are also making strides toward better water conservation. Advanced data analytics is already helping us understand how weather patterns, water usage trends, and the impact of environmental changes combine, giving researchers the insight they need to predict water shortages and help manage this precious resource. And third, Micron's talent acquisition team is employing AI systems to identify and eliminate unconscious bias in our hiring systems, ensuring that we have diverse interview pools made up of only the most capable candidates. The second major trend that is shaping the future of computing is 5G networks. 5G's growth has been one of the most anticipated trends in technology. And while the pandemic did hamper 5G network growth in many parts of the world, it is bouncing back strong. Over the next 5 years, in fact, operators globally are expected to invest nearly $1 trillion in 5G cellular networks, with individual 5G connections growing to reach 1 billion in 2023 and then doubling to nearly 2 billion by the end of 2025. Those networks will, of course, connect the feature-rich smartphones, mobile clients, and PCs that have become central to modern life. But even more exciting, 5G's ultra-high bandwidth capabilities and multitude of connections will enable an intelligent infrastructure on the edge of our networks. Moving data center-like capabilities to these edge networks will enable new efficiency, giving us access to data in real time, data that we simply aren't able to make use of today. Data is at the heart of the revolution that AI and 5G connectivity enable. And all this data comes to life through innovations in memory and storage, the semiconductor solutions Micron develops and manufactures. Micron is absolutely at the heart of this technology transformation. But it's not just us. These trends represent a major opportunity for the entire industry. This growth and transformation presents an opening for technology innovation to create infrastructure and platform differentiation that delivers bold new solutions for consumers. Solutions that will range from powerful data center servers to intelligent edge network infrastructure to smarter, faster, and better connected client devices. I've invited several of our closest partners and customers to share how our collaborative innovation will address this opportunity, both today and into the future. Let's get started. First, data center. With the rise of AI as a tool, nowhere is there more need for data-intensive computing innovations at scale than in today's data centers, in both the public cloud and on-premise. From enterprises seeking a competitive edge to hyperscale providers delivering the next world-changing digital service, data centers are more and more the backbone of our society. During the pandemic, data center computing kept us connected in critical ways that were unimaginable only a few years ago. Face-to-face meetings became Zooms. Trips to the grocery store became online ordering. Learning transformed to online experiences, and video streaming exploded. And while we expect these society-changing services to become part of our new normal post the pandemic, the industry is just beginning to realize the opportunity data center insights can deliver. According to IDC, at least 90% of enterprise applications will embed AI by 2025. And this rapid transformation of application places incredible stress on today's computing architectures. Speed and quality of insight derived from training AI algorithms or from large-scale analytics are literally being defined by the size of data sets available for analysis. Because those data sets must be accessed and processed so quickly, the time and energy cost to move data back and forth to storage, even fast storage, is too great. Today, those applications are being gated by the infrastructure's ability to fuel them from system memory. Because of this, memory and storage are becoming central to platform innovation. And we are excited to share that our industry-leading 1-alpha DDR4 is validated on leading major server platforms, giving end users access to the latest DRAM technology to fuel their data-centric workloads. However, there is also a new DRAM transition on the horizon, one that must deliver more than just a generational performance bump. When the industry defined the next standard for DRAM innovation, it centered that innovation for the first time on data center requirements, not client platform needs. With current memory at its limit, DDR5 is an important platform innovation delivering much needed advancements in memory bandwidth, density, and data center capability. In fact, when DDR5 arrives in platforms, we expect to see a doubling of memory bandwidth compared to the previous generation, which is essential to feeding the growing compute cores in modern data center platforms. For the first time, on-die ECC and fault bounding will enable us to scale density to new levels while at the same time meeting customer reliability, availability, and serviceability requirement. As a lead developer of DDR5 specifications, Micron saw the opportunity early in DDR5 standard development. This is why we launched the DDR5 Technology Enablement Program, or TEP, to help get the entire ecosystem ready for DDR5 platform integration and optimization. TEP provides early access to technical support, including sharing electrical and thermal models, as well as early DDR5 products to aid in design, development, and bring up of next-generation computing platforms. Today, we are excited to announce that more than 250 design and technical leaders from 100 companies are using our critical enabling support to accelerate industry readiness for DDR5 platforms. Let's look at how DDR5 fits into the suite of memory innovations aimed at the data center. The delivery of DDR5 is just the first step in a vast transformation of data center memory and storage. Applications are demanding innovation across the memory storage hierarchy. Micron is driving DRAM innovations for near memory, like HBM and DDR5, at the pinnacle of performance. We have also been a leader in delivering data center storage for the highest performing applications with our NVMe and SATA SSDs. We have a number of exciting new data center NVMe drives now under development, which are poised to drive the next generation performance needs of cloud computing. We have also worked with partners such as HPE and Lenovo to support enterprise QLC SSDs for hard drive replacement in warm storage applications. But between that near memory and fast storage, we see great opportunity for an entirely new tier of far memory solutions. So what is far memory? Far memory has been targeted by the industry to address the fundamental bottleneck in CPU-centric platform design. It will deliver a breakthrough in memory access for data center application requirements. The creation of the far memory tier is at the heart of a broad platform transformation being brought about by an open industry standard called Compute Express Link, CXL. CXL has gathered broad support due to its capability to provide the architectures critical to run AI workloads at scale. The connectivity CXL provides allows for new degrees of freedom for our platform architecture via shared pools of far memory. Platform architectures must be flexible and scalable to meet the needs of data-intensive workloads. Future data centers need heterogeneous compute and a reimagined memory and storage hierarchy. CXL ties them both together, putting memory at the center and enabling fully composable systems that can evolve with workloads. Of course, we cannot deliver data center innovation on our own. I've invited one of the world's leaders in data center compute to share his view on this once-in-a-generation opportunity. AMD's CTO and Executive Vice President for Technology and Engineering, Mark Papermaster.
Thank you, Sanjay. I appreciate the excellent collaboration between AMD and Micron and the opportunity to join you today and share a few thoughts on our industry. Modern data center workloads are driving new requirements for infrastructure, and it takes an ecosystem of innovators to work together and solve some of the biggest challenges facing the industry. There's an insatiable demand for more memory and more compute capability and capacity. The introduction of DDR5 DRAM and advances in platform interfaces like Compute Express Link or CXL are important milestones to meet customer needs. DDR5 brings even greater memory bandwidth to feed high-performance compute engines, enable energy efficiency improvements, and support efficient high-density computing for a variety of workloads. AMD joined the CXL consortium in 2019 as part of a broader effort to utilize new and emerging memory and storage technologies in an open standards-based solution. CXL targets heterogeneous processing and memory systems across compute-intensive workloads. It will spur platform innovation and an ecosystem of flexible, tailored memory solutions in the next generation of servers. At AMD, we have a relentless drive for innovation in high-performance computing, developing CPUs, GPUs, and systems, all with an open ecosystem approach. We are a leader in accelerated computing, offering some of the world's highest performing server CPUs and the fastest HPC GPU for the data center with Instinct MI100. Our technology is trusted to power the most demanding supercomputers. Moreover, our strong product lineup meets the growing needs for data center workloads in the cloud as well as enterprise. We have a long history of collaboration with Micron, and continued memory technology innovation is key to meeting the demands for compute-intensive workloads. We are proud to work with Micron to power solutions for the modern data centers for both today and the emerging workloads for the future. Thanks very much.
Alongside this huge transformation underway in the data center, we are also seeing faster 5G networks ushering in ever more capable edge devices. This means we have the ability to process more data on the edge. Computing is moving from data centers to centers of data. That data-centric shift in capabilities means sharper insights and faster decisions. The industry is recognizing the importance of the edge. Edge is on the rise. According to IDC, 73% of enterprises view the edge as a strategic area of investment. The edge is driving economic opportunity across sectors, expanding services closer to the customer to make more efficient use of apps and data. These augmented cloud services will be hosted at edge network locations. Enterprises see the edge enabling their ability to deliver services now that they couldn't before. These include services as varied as more accurate forecasting of retail inventory, faster processing of large healthcare images like MRIs, autonomous platooning of truck convoys, and more immersive cloud gaming. The two macro trends I mentioned in my introduction earlier, AI and 5G, are absolutely fueling the growth of the intelligent edge. They're enabling the transformation by extending distributed data-centric computing models into new environments, including industrial applications and enhanced automotive experiences. There is a tremendous growth opportunity in the industrial segment. Micron has provided leadership across IoT verticals like factory automation, visual analytics, machine-to-machine communication, smart grid, and even aerospace applications. On the visual analytics front, we have a great edge example in our own semiconductor factories. Micron uses advanced optical inspection equipment to spot defects on wafers as they are being processed. Our artificial intelligence-driven auto defect classification system uses deep learning to sort and categorize millions of images every day. We also use thermal imaging in the fabs. We take images during normal workload conditions and overlay them on images from the fab's digital twin. These maps give AI systems a baseline against which to compare the infrared images. When the systems detect a deviation, they automatically compensate or disposition to ensure the highest levels of quality and yield in our production. Another industrial use case for predictive maintenance is for the aerospace industry. Edge computing helps filter and aggregate data collected in flight before transmitting to the servers on the ground. By sending selective data from the aircraft, it becomes feasible to do real-time analytics for the predictive maintenance. Intelligence at the edge can help determine what data should and should not be transmitted. This minimizes network bottlenecks and establishes data analytics at the most cost-efficient and latency-appropriate location. Security also remains a key concern for enterprises around the world as edge devices multiply. Micron's Authenta greatly simplifies the ubiquitous integration of security into connected devices, enabling over-the-air services. A great example here is our partnership with Tata Communications to offer a cloud-based eSIM for IoT. This worldwide cellular-enabled connectivity solution will simplify and accelerate large-scale global deployment of IoT devices. It's a pervasive end-to-end solution for zero-touch onboarding of connected IO devices to cloud services across 200 countries and territories, backed by Tata's relationships with more than 600 mobile network operators worldwide. The automotive space is another important edge segment. It's undergoing a fundamental transformation that has not been seen since the introduction of the automobile itself. Today's cars have evolved into virtual data centers, processing and storing massive amounts of data, and demanding some of the highest compute and storage performance. For 30 years, Micron has been a leader in this market, with best-in-class automotive memory and storage solutions for in-vehicle infotainment, advanced driver assistance systems, autonomous vehicles, and functional safety. The automotive experience is increasingly dependent on fast and reliable computing with greater demands throughout the vehicle. Enriched cabin experiences depend on an increasing number of dynamic, personalized, and high-resolution displays. Many include AI-enhanced capability like voice, gesture, and facial recognition. Telematics systems provide continuous connection for passenger devices and also handle critical vehicle-to-vehicle communication. And autonomous driving and assistance features demand some of the most data-intensive solutions as they analyze an ever-changing environment to make split-second decisions. I'm excited to feature one of our closest OEM partners, one that is rapidly adapting their designs to these new opportunities in transportation. Micron has long worked with BMW in our customer labs to help ensure the semiconductor systems throughout auto cabins deliver a flawless driver experience. I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Karsten Regent, Senior Vice President of Digital Purchasing and Supplier Networks at BMW, to discuss why technology systems have become so central to the automotive experience.
BMW is committed to deliver outstanding customer experience, including advanced driver assistance functions, first-class infotainment experience, as well as telematics and e-mobility. Life-saving features like collision warning, lane keeping, blind spot detection, or vehicle-to-vehicle infrastructure, just to name a few, deliver a substantial contribution to improved road safety and driving comfort to all BMW customers. On the same note, BMW continuously enhances the way drivers interact with the car. BMW Natural Interaction, I guess you know that phrase from us, allows control either by touch, voice, or triggering a reaction with gesture or facial expressions. BMW will be the first OEM to provide 5G connectivity in the market. Besides using the bandwidth for high-definition maps, novel use cases like online entertainment are available to passengers. The digital experience is increasingly a factor in the purchasing decision. Furthermore, the transition to e-mobility will support the transition of societies towards CO2-friendly transportation and will be key to our success. The introduction of the BMW iNext will be launched in 2021 and will set a new standard in all those aspects. Advances in electronic devices fuel new product offerings from a functional and from a cost perspective. BMW is eagerly working with a supplier network in order to come up with leading-edge solutions. Our cooperation with Micron helps us to build leading-edge products based on a rich product portfolio, reaching from DRAM to non-volatile memory solutions. An active dialogue facilitates Micron's ability to develop product features like functional safety, security features, or enhanced diagnosis that help master the challenges of ADAS and infotainment systems. A deep integration into the development and industrialization process allows us to introduce innovative products faster and in a more stable manner.
With these coming automotive requirements and experiences in mind, today we are launching the world's first automotive qualified Universal Flash Storage 3.1 solution. Our ruggedized automotive storage is engineered to handle data-intensive in-vehicle infotainment and ADAS systems at the edge. We are introducing 128 and 256 gigabyte densities as part of the company's new portfolio of UFS 3.1 managed NAND products for automotive applications. With 2 times faster read performance than its predecessor, UFS 3.1 enables fast boot times and minimizes latency for in-vehicle infotainment and advanced driver assistance systems. UFS 3.1 also provides faster sustained write performance for these products, which is critical for local storage of the growing sensor and camera data required by autonomous systems and black box applications. In developing all our automotive solutions, we work closely with partners across the ecosystem. I'm pleased to introduce Nakul Duggal, Senior Vice President and General Manager of Automotive at Qualcomm, to talk about the role they play developing processors for critical automotive applications and why the speed of data is becoming more and more important.
First, I want to thank Micron Technology for inviting us to speak with you today. It's a great opportunity to share our thoughts on the ongoing transformation of the auto industry, our continued partnership with Micron, and how their leading memory solutions enhance the driving experience today and in the future. As you know, we are entering a new era of automotive innovation. And while the industry's first 100 years was marked by brilliant mechanical innovations, the future will be driven by evolving technologies in electrical architecture. Modern cars now feature an entire layer, an entire ecosystem of very complex hardware, software, and controllers that we refer to as the digital chassis. Going forward, it's this digital chassis that will power and deliver nearly all of the advanced safety, convenience, infotainment, and connected smartphone-like experiences that tech-savvy drivers will demand. In addition to the digital chassis, we see areas like centralized controllers, zonal architecture, and software-defined vehicles as technology trends that are gaining traction in the industry. We believe these terms and trends are really a response to 2 things. First, the industry's rapid pace of change driven by technology, and second, the growing pressure on automakers, their technology partners, suppliers, throughout the ecosystem to develop powerful, scalable, and cost-effective solutions to deliver next-generation in-vehicle experiences to the widest range of cars and consumers possible. As you can imagine, it's a huge challenge. And while Qualcomm offers a wide range of high-performance telematics, connectivity, cockpit, autonomous driving, and car-to-cloud solutions, these technologies require advanced storage and memory capabilities as well. That is why we have worked with Micron to integrate their storage and memory solutions into our Snapdragon 5G cellular V2X digital cockpit platforms, as well as our autonomous driving platforms. And we look forward to expanding our working relationship with Micron across even more of our automotive solutions. Thank you for watching, and thanks again to Micron Technology for inviting us here today.
As you can see, automotive systems require fully integrated technology solutions. Delivering to demanding auto specifications requires real-time syncing of core capabilities across component vendors and integrated solution providers. Micron has fostered incredible relationships over the last 30 years, which allow us to deliver unparalleled value in automotive sector. These relationships, coupled with deep technology understanding, pave a path for Micron to continue to introduce new innovation as this sector transforms. In an industry that has been challenged by near-term supply shortages, Micron is working in close collaboration with our partners to make sure that we can continue to provide critical memory and storage solutions to our customers. The final market I want to talk to is client, the devices that have been part of our working, learning, and playing for decades. But the pandemic has driven a new emphasis on the importance and role of these devices. Micron has been providing solutions to the PC ecosystem for 40 plus years, delivering high-performance memory and, more recently, fast storage solutions. Our technology is critical for fueling client computing cores and managing the dramatic increase in data in these devices. During the pandemic, the world discovered how essential these devices are to so many aspects of modern life: work, education, even connecting with friends and family far away. Over the past year, the demand for personal computing devices has soared. The boom in learn and work from home has boosted the need for more devices and better performance for live video connectivity. With many beginning to return to the office, there will be a new wave as businesses refresh older equipment. Not surprisingly, during this last quarter, the PC market reported its strongest year-over-year growth in 2 decades. One of the fastest growing areas in PCs is the thin and light segment, both for high-performance 2-in-1 laptops as well as entry-level Chromebooks, which are so critical to the modern classroom. As laptops have become thinner and lighter, we have continued to innovate in order to push the envelope in both memory and storage performance. 2 of the most important advancements in storage are our 176 layers NAND and our QLC NAND technology. These have equipped SSDs with capacity and performance in smaller storage form factors. We have also introduced industry-leading low-power DRAM solutions based on our 1-alpha process, offering higher memory performance and lower energy consumption. Today, I'm excited to introduce further innovation in both our storage SSDs and low-power DRAM portfolios to help enable these devices. We are announcing the availability of 2 new PCIe Gen 4 solid-state drives built on our 176-layer 3D NAND. These SSDs provide high performance and design flexibility with low power consumption for fast responsiveness across the client market, from professional workstations to ultra-thin notebooks. Both the 3400 and 2450 SSDs offer very small form factors to enable increased battery life and smaller and lighter notebooks. I'm holding a very impressive feat of innovation: 1 terabyte of high-performance 3D NAND in a stunningly small 22 by 30 M.2 form factor. This tiny SSD can store countless user photos, programs, and videos, and serve them up quickly and effortlessly. This sleek storage device delivers 64% higher read performance than the prior generation and 40% lower slumber power consumption. It is engineered specifically for high-performance, thin, and light notebooks. Micron has a long legacy of delivering advanced memory for personal computing. We are pleased to announce today the world's first low-power DRAM on the leading 1-alpha node. We have worked closely with the PC ecosystem worldwide to enable this new technology in PCs, and we have enjoyed particularly strong relationships with our partners here in Taiwan. I'm pleased to welcome Acer Chairman and CEO Jason Chen to share some of the change they are seeing in client performance demands and the importance of their products today.
Thank you, Sanjay. 2020 was a historical year impacted by COVID-19. It was disruptive to the PC industry as customer demand accelerated due to a shift to home-based compute for work and for school. Homeschooling in particular spurred a more than 100% increase in demand for Chromebook PCs. which drove new requirements for low-power memory to build these systems. Our partnership with Micron for this critical DRAM technology was instrumental to our ability to rapidly react to this shift in demand. Acer appreciates Micron's customer focus to accelerate timely and sufficient support for our memory needs. The Chromebook program is one of the greatest collaboration between Acer and Micron. Acer delivered more than 5 million units of Chromebook devices in 2020 and nearly double that number this year. This great achievement is significant for both Acer and for Micron, not only for growing in the business, but also for our roles in supporting a worldwide community in education and learning. Competing in PC business requires companies to move quickly to adopt the latest technology for customers. In 2021, Acer is working closely with Micron to introduce their most advanced 1-alpha DRAM process node in the fastest DRAM system from Acer. This technology innovation enables our partnership to provide high-performance and power-efficient personal computers across the world. Thank you.
Beyond work and learning, consumers are using the PCs more than ever for gaming. IDC estimates that in 2020, shipments of gaming PCs and monitors grew nearly 27% to an impressive 55 million units. Micron continues to be a leader in this market. Our broad range of memory and storage solves for gaming's high definition and responsiveness requirements. GDDR6X is the fastest discrete graphics memory in the world, enabling high frame rates and resolution for the most immersive gaming experience. That brilliant performance is the result of years of close partnership with GPU experts. Our consumer memory solutions offer high-performance upgrades for gamers hungry for a competitive advantage. Our Crucial SSDs are built using the most advanced 3D NAND and are tuned to optimize gaming performance. This great performance has helped make Crucial the #1 brand of consumer SSDs in Japan for the last 2 years. We will continue to innovate in this space. In fact, with DDR5 on the horizon, we are working very closely with our CPU and motherboard partners to ensure an easy transition to this exciting new generation of memory. Of course, all of these great advancements rely on foundational semiconductor manufacturing processes. It is semiconductor manufacturing technology and process techniques that allow us to advance these solutions to process and store exponentially more data in less space while using less power year after year. It is a never-ending sprint to continually break through barriers that seemed unsurmountable just a few years before. Micron has long been a tenacious innovator in memory process, often surprising bigger competitors with breakthrough technology leaps that enabled us to hold our own in a very competitive industry. This year, I'm extraordinarily proud to say that we took a leadership position in both DRAM and NAND process technologies simultaneously for the first time in our history. Our 1-alpha DRAM and 176-layer NAND are the most advanced memory and storage technologies in production today. This leadership is the result of intense focus by an extraordinarily talented team and years of invention and discovery. Let's talk a little further about what these achievements mean. Our 1-alpha DRAM is the smallest line width geometry available in the world today. Producing this industry-leading technology requires highly specialized tools, utilizing precision materials, and operating in enormous, ultra-clean fabs. And this technology is produced right here in Taiwan, in our manufacturing operations in Taoyuan and Taichung. DRAM is essential to so many applications, as you have seen today, and we continue to scale our leadership technology to achieve even more advanced solutions. Our 176-layer NAND is a breakthrough in storage technology, the most technologically advanced NAND in the market, and Micron's fourth generation of stacked design. To achieve the capacities that can store terabytes of your photos, videos, and music, Micron's flash technology stacks data cells in hundreds of layers, providing space for billions of bits of information on a single chip 5 times thinner than a piece of paper. And I'm proud of these technologies, not just from a competitive perspective, but because of what they enable in our end solutions for customers around the globe. Transitioning our low-power DRAM, a memory used in millions of mobile devices, to our 1-alpha process technology creates real end-user benefits. Our 1-alpha DRAM designs will allow up to 20% reduction in memory power use, making a real difference in mobile battery life. One of the keys to Micron's success is a close collaboration with our partners and vendors. I invited Gary Dickerson, CEO of Applied Materials, one of the world's premier vendors of semiconductor manufacturing equipment, to share how they collaborate with Micron to create breakthrough semiconductor innovation.
Over the past 50 years, advances in semiconductor technology have made electronics more powerful and more affordable, transforming the way the world works and opening new avenues to economic opportunity. But what comes next is bigger and more disruptive than anything that's gone before. The digital transformation of the economy is the biggest inflection of our lifetime, and it will change everything, every industry, every aspect of our lives, and the very foundation of competition. And digital transformation depends on semiconductors. At Applied Materials, we know how to create and modify materials at atomic levels and at industrial scale. Our materials engineering technologies are used to make virtually every new chip and display in the world. Over the years, our great partnership with Micron has driven breakthroughs in chip making to advance modern computing. We collaborate closely with Micron's teams of scientists and engineers as they push the boundaries of physics and material science to make possible higher performance and more energy efficient devices. And today, we're just getting started. We're working side by side to create next generation AI-enabled digital infrastructure. We're combining sensors, metrology, data science, machine learning, and simulation to shorten product development cycles, optimize output, and accelerate time to market so the world gets amazing new products even faster. In the semiconductor industry, we're in a privileged position to shape the future. I believe that our job as industry leaders is to make the world a better place, and all of us at Applied Materials look forward to continuing that journey with Micron.
All of those advancements rely on our worldwide team for implementation. Micron has manufacturing and design locations across the globe, from Boise, Idaho, to Hyderabad, India, Munich, Germany, Singapore, Hiroshima, Japan, and several here in Taiwan. We have labs everywhere our customers are, and we work closely with them to integrate new solutions. One of the advantages of our global presence is Micron's ability to serve customers worldwide and mitigate regional supply chain risk. The past year proved more than ever before the importance of resilient, distributed, and diversified supply chain. Any business that hopes to compete and win on a global scale must prioritize supply chain resiliency and risk mitigation. We work closely with our customers and their extended supply chains to ensure that we know as much as we can about end customer demand. Real-time secure information exchange, advanced scenario planning, and simulation allow us to respond quickly to changes in demand or new risks, ensuring our global manufacturing network can respond quickly. That global network includes a significant presence here in Taiwan. Our team here are helping lead some of the most critical projects for the company. But before we get into that, I want to share a little about how proud I am of this team's competitive spirit and love for their community. Micron's culture places a high value on giving back to our community, and our team in Taiwan is a great example of that. Nearly 80% of our team members here volunteered or donated already this year, a great accomplishment for any large public company. These volunteers cleaned beaches and parks, raised funds for local charities, and helped map rural communities to improve emergency response during a crisis. Their efforts added to the corporate outreach of our Micron Foundation to support youth STEM programs, university education, and research partnerships in Taiwan, which totaled nearly 12 million Taiwanese dollars in 2020. The strength of this team shows in our business results too. Our major fabs in Taoyuan and Taichung have become a center of excellence for our DRAM technologies. In fact, this year, we made a significant investment to expand our fab in Taichung. We refer to the new clean room as A3, and it is a critical part of our strategy to respond to the data opportunity ahead. The primary purpose of this new clean room facility is to enable future manufacturing transitions of our industry-leading DRAM. In fact, our industry-leading 1-alpha was developed and ramped to production here in the A3 fab. Increasingly complex DRAM architectures require more processing steps and more advanced technologies, and as a result, more clean room space to deliver cost-effective and high-capacity memory. The A3 expansion builds on the infrastructure and manufacturing expertise we have established here in Taiwan. This new facility is now operational and will have a formal grand opening celebration later this year. A3 is physically connected to our existing Fab 16 and part of a mega site that includes back-end semiconductor package assembly, test, and fulfillment capabilities, a true vertical integration. This vertical integration accelerates our decision-making, increasing innovation and collaboration, and ensures ongoing DRAM leadership capability while fulfilling our customers' requirements. This expansion is another example of the long and successful partnership Micron has enjoyed with the Taiwanese government. We share a common goal to create and grow opportunities for local talent and promote a strong semiconductor industry ecosystem. Our manufacturing approach here also includes implementation of the latest AI tools, some of which I mentioned before. These smart control systems and predictive maintenance improve production efficiency and increase automation. Our process integrates an Internet of Things analytics platform with AI automated real-time diagnostic capabilities. This network collects petabytes of in-house manufacturing data from more than 8,000 sources. The data is housed in hundreds of servers around the world, allowing our data scientists across the globe to scour it for insights to develop AI models that will further improve our processes. Let's take a look at this site. It is a truly impressive structure, and what's even more amazing is how the construction was completed on schedule despite the challenges the pandemic posed over the last 15 months. This expansion also demonstrates Micron's commitment to reduce our environment footprint. A3 is the world's most advanced DRAM fab, both in technology leadership and sustainable operations. Consider the following. The A3 clean room is the first Micron facility fully designed according to our sustainability goals. The campus is covered with 600 plants. That's about 30% of the total area. The rooftops are solar-enabled and designed to harvest rainwater. A3's power-efficient design will save 90 million kilowatt hours of energy annually. That's enough electricity to power 18,500 Taiwan households for a full year. And perhaps most importantly, given the deep drought we saw this year, A3 is capable of reusing and recycling 75% of its total water consumption, saving enough water annually to fill 6,500 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The completion of this expansion reinforces Micron's commitment to lead next-generation DRAM technology development here in Taiwan. We truly are living in an age of nearly limitless potential. Our ability to better gather, understand, and make use of data all around us will provide opportunities that were not available and sometimes were not even imaginable just a few years ago. As those opportunities open up, we believe they come with a responsibility. Micron's vision is to transform how the world uses information to enrich life for all. These data platforms can be truly transformative to the human experience, providing better decision-making, more equal opportunities and access, and a safer, more efficient world. The entire technology ecosystem must work together to build systems that are capable of reaching the great potential. Micron is committed to being a strategic partner with our customers and industry enablers, driving data innovation across all end markets and applications. We see a huge opportunity for memory and storage to play a greater role as our engineering teams work closely to influence architectures across platforms to ensure the most efficient and effective access to valuable data. In the end, the innovation we create is driven by the ideas and expectations of you, the end customer. So my call to each of you today is this: keep dreaming, keep inventing, keep pushing technology to make life better for all. It is your ideas that drive our industry to break through barriers. With your help, we can take these powerful new technologies and create a safer, more comfortable, and more just world for all. Thank you.